Well, Five Nights at Freddy's Tales from the Pizzaplex number 3, Somniphobia, has finally released. I have to say, compared to the Fazbear Fright series, so far, this one seems to have a better record of quality. All of the current stories have ranged from pretty good to basically phenomenal. Now it's time to add a new trio of stories to this widely changing and unpredictable narrative. This book seems to carry the theme of fear, which is something I don't think any previous stories really had. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you want to help the channel and catch up on anything else I might be doing, whether it's talking or gaming. Also, massive spoiler alert for the story descriptions, just so you know. Alright, let's get started. The first story in Somniphobia is, well, Somniphobia. Yeah, the story on the book's cover is actually the first story for once. Also, apparently somniphobia is the fear of falling asleep, which actually makes sense in this story. The story opens with the fact that a high schooler apparently fell into a coma for no apparent reason. I feel like this bit could have been expanded on a bit more, but we'll add to that later. Now we open on our protagonist, Sam, a high school senior who apparently has lost his dad and is obsessed with staying healthy. He always has facts about death and how to avoid it, but his friend, Jules... Is it Jules? I'm gonna say Jules, because why not? His friend, Jules, always teases him about it. I shouldn't mention, Jules is a jerk. At one point he forced Sam to drink some alcoholic drink at a party, which is pretty sucky. Thankfully, Sam has one good friend, Raid. I hope I'm saying that right, too. Raid has his birthday at Freddy Fazbear's Make a Pizzaplex, and everyone pulls their tickets to get him Moondrop's Dream Spear. They all go to Raid's house to test it. Oh, I should mention, Raid's family has his dog, who really likes chewing things. And Sam says that he heard about a drunk guy who fell asleep and woke up to find that his dog had eaten his face off. Keep this in mind, it's important for later, I promise. So anyways, the group of friends uses the Dream Spear, and honestly, if it wasn't for what happens to Sam later, this thing would be something I'd love to get my hands on. It basically has any notes or books out near you, play out in front of your eyes. Someone apparently had ancient Egyptian notes, and the Great Pyramids were right in front of them. Though the spear should only be used for 10 minutes a day, as it says. Ryan wants to share the spear with his friends, and Sam surprisingly volunteers first. Throughout the rest of the story, he uses the Dream Spear every day, but starts to add more minutes to it than he should. And when he uses it, he starts to relive memories of his dad. These memories especially make him want to use the spear, to see his dad again. Apparently, he turned into an absolute health nut once his father passed away, despite the latter urging him to step out of his comfort zone and try new things. The problem is, the more Sam uses the Dream Spear, the more irritable he gets. He lashes out at his friends, fights with his mother, and skips school. Eventually, he realizes that these lucid dreams are making him lose his grip on reality, and he takes it back to Raid's house. Raid and the other guys will be back later, and Sam thinks this is a good time for one last dream experience. He has a fairly good time standing up to Jules and asking a girl out, but in the real world, Jules invites the guys to go to the Pizzaplex instead because he sucks and should die in a fire. Like, I actually hope he gets stabbed in the heart, or gets shot, and expires. I hope he'll be taken apart. Probably not what he desires. Anyways, with no one to wake Sam up, he remains in the dream and can't leave. In fact, he didn't even plug the spear in. It just started working without a power source. That's when Sam hears a woof. It's Raid's dog. He screams at the dog through his dream to leave, but the dog starts chewing Sam's face off, tearing away his nose, flesh, everything. As Sam is in his lucid dream, feeling excruciating pain, Moondrop appears behind him. Suddenly, Sam is calm, apparently having died in real life, I think. Moondrop leads Sam away to new adventures, while in the real world, the Dream Spear slowly stops spinning. Okay, the ending of this one actually freaked me out. Based on the little prologue, I thought Sam would fall into a coma forever, not be eaten by a freaking dog. It really took me by surprise, and that's good. I felt surprised by this story. That's always a good sign. Most of the time, I hope. Yeah, this story is honestly pretty solid. Sam was quite a tragic character, and I couldn't help but feel sorry for how much his dad's death negatively impacted his life. It was pretty hard to see him yell at his friends, and even harder to see him quarrel with his mother. I'm also happy to see that we have an actually known security risk character be the main antagonist for once, and not a completely new one. It's also good to see the Pizzaplex expanded on a lot more, which is something I really want to get into over the next two stories, but those will have to wait. Also, like I said, the Dream Sphere genuinely sounds like something I'd like to have, if not for the dangerous side effects. The actual function is a bit out there, even by FNAF standards, but it's cool, and used efficiently in this story. Of course, it's not all great, however. As I said earlier, the bit at the beginning about the kid in the coma really didn't lead to much, and is only mentioned by the main group of kids once, and it's brought up again. There's a small but nonetheless jarring bit where one moment the kids are at the Pizzaplex, and then the next they're at Riot's house, despite there being no section break to signify the change of setting. Finally, I don't fully get the ending. From what I can tell, Sam just lives in a lucid dream with Moondrop for eternity while his body acts as a dog treat. Does that make the ending sort of positive? Maybe once the spear stopped spinning, Sam's mind was gone and he was like dead, like his spirit was gone from his body? I don't really get it, but might know later on, who knows. Overall, it was a very good start to the book, even if it did have some decent problems. And I'd give it an 8.4. Yeah,